Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Well, the results are in. Thanks to Poppy's concession and Lee's handy maternity test, the Bold and the Beautiful put Luna's maternity to rest formerly and for all. Bill is her father. After months of enterprise, and an outright taradiddle or two, it all came roiling to the face within a matter of days, and we've now gotten evidence that Luna is a Spencer, or did we? It all sounded straightforward enough, and they were each so happy at the end, but that's the problem with the whole thing. Lee burst in on Poppy's concession, sniggering that her family was lying to get her hooks into handsome, rich Bill. But that could have fluently all been an act to move them, well, Bill, in particular, to let her do the maternity test ago. Surely she didn't want the result to be positive. We suggested this veritably thing history. And at first we allowed. Well, we must have been wrong, since they did the test in front of everyone and they all saw the results. But after allowing about it, we aren't so sure. Because it's not just the chance that Jack could be Luna's father, there's also Finn. However, Lee also has all the reason in the world to want to doctor the results, if he's the daddy like we've suspected and the show has clearly suggested at. Sure, she says her test was sealed, but she could be lying. Perhaps she took a positive result and slipped it into the test tackle, pretending it had no way been opened yet. Or, let's be real, she's the croaker. Then, not Poppy or Bill. Surely she could have worked out a way to carriage the test or the results without having to resort to switching anything. Perhaps she knows how to force a false positive. It can be with home gestation tests, and after the epidemic, we presumably all know the frustrations of taking at-home tests. So if we were Bill, we'd run off to a sanitarium, not one Lee has access to, and get a test done by professionals who couldn't watch on wit about who Poppy's pater is or isn't. Perhaps he really is, and the show's just been yanking us around to throw us off the scent. But with Lee so eager to be involved in the testing, we were not relatively ready to believe it just yet. And with how happy they all were at the end, you just know they rebound to be blindsided by what's to come next. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for Wednesday, June 5th, reveals that the DNA test Lee Finnegan administered was conclusive and proved Bill Spencer was Luna Nozawa's father. Lee, Poppy Nozawa, Bill and Luna saw the two stripes for themselves, so they all replied to the news. Bill was overwhelmed with joy, and Luna assured Bill that she was thrilled, too. Lee conceded that Poppy wasn't lying and snapped about her getting what she always wanted, a veritably rich man. Poppy asked if Lee was really so bitter that she couldn't indeed be a little happy for them. After Bill thanked Lee for administering the test, he allowed. It was time for her to leave. Once Lee claimed she just wanted to make sure for Luna's sake and everyone differently, she took off. Bill had his first sanctioned family clinch with Luna and Poppy, so they had a sweet festivity together. Poppy just hoped that Bill and Luna could forgive her for keeping them piecemeal, but Bill criticized himself for fading on Poppy. Luna didn't want Poppy to feel shamefaced and ruin this special moment since she'd been staying for this her entire life. Poppy had no way felt so important love now that she was looking at her precious son with her father, though she noted that Bill didn't have to say it back. Still, Bill suggested it was insolvable not to love Poppy for bringing this beautiful and accomplished youthful woman into his life. At Forrester Creations on Wednesday's B&B occasion, Lee verified to Katie Logan and R.J. Forrester that Bill really was Luna's father, grounded on the DNA test results. Meanwhile, Steffi Forrester allowed. Perhaps Carter Walton could pitch in now that Ridge Forrester wanted to take a step back from his day-to-day duties, but Carter was too busy being susurrus. At the Forrester manse, Hope Logan continued pushing Brooke Logan to take charge at Forrester Creations and remind people what she was able of. Ridge arrived and grew curious about the discussion he walked by on, but Hope eventually shifted gears and thanked him for saving her line. After Hope pledged to prove Ridge was right and show him how precious the Logan influence could be, Ridge asked to speak with Brooke alone. Once Hope exited, she returned to Forrester Creations and complained about Steffi remonstrating Brooke out of the meeting before. Steffi acted like Brooke's influence at the company was a thing of the history, but Hope made a vaticination about Brooke chancing her way back and said the Logans were there to stay. Back with Ridge, he told Brooke about wanting further time to concentrate on designing couture since that was his passion. Ridge would still be around, but Steffi demanded someone to step up and help her run effects. After Ridge suggested about having someone in mind, he said this was the only person good, able, and admired by everyone in the structure. Brooke realized Ridge meant her as he asked for her help leading Forrester Creations into the future, so she sounded shocked and pleased over the offer. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Ridge will finish giving Brooke updates on his offer and await her answer, but it clearly looks like she'll be all for it. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Lee Finnegan may have a deeper docket when it comes to standing against Poppy Nozawa's relationship with Bill Spencer. B&B suckers know Lee won't stop raving about how Poppy is an opportunistic gold digger, so she doesn't want Poppy latching on to Kelly Spencer's forefather. Still, there's a chance that Lee's own history with Bill may be coming into play then. In the June 4th occasion, Lee brought up the fact that she'd been in Bill's manse ahead and let him know it was good to see him again. That led to Lee's story about how Bill saved her after Sheila Sharp chased her off the road and caused her horrifying fire. Bill said up Lee traumatized with memory loss in an alley, so he made sure she got the medical attention she demanded. It felt like Lee was flaunting as she told Poppy and Luna Nozawa about all that, so it was putatively her way of hyping up her own bond with Bill. There was a time when it looked like the show was going to pair up Bill and Lee, but that romantic plan supposedly got scrapped for whatever reason. That said, it's not too late to bring it back around. The timing has no way been better now that Poppy's falling hard and really wanting to get serious about a future with Bill. After the way Lee talked so admirably about Bill being a remarkable man, you could clearly argue that she still feels commodity for him. Lee also isn't shy about mentioning how handsome Bill is, so perhaps she's got a crush of her own then. Since Lee is so determined to resolve up Poppy and Bill, could she end up conniving to steal her family's man? It'd be intriguing to see Lee try to swoop in and take Bill for herself at some point. Bill is no foreigner to bouncing back and forth between sisters. Just ask Katie Logan and Brooke Logan, since they've been part of a Bill love triangle on further than one occasion. Are Lee and Poppy next in line to fight over Bill? Our prognostications allude that Lee could stir up further trouble than Poppy bargained for, so we'll bring you updates on all the shocking news ahead. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Bill could deal with a torn heart depending on how important progress Lee can make in the love department, so stay tuned. In the meantime, Hope Logan will dig her heels in when it comes to standing against Steffi Forrester, so she'll make another protestation and contend she won't let Steffi shove the Logans out of Forrester Creations.